Well, it started off as a nice weekend in Boston. Ended up pretty frustrating. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Rodriguez. Welcome to the Monday edition, a new week of Dodgers Latest right here on the YouTube channel. Subscribers keep counting up. We want to thank you for that. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, tell everybody you know about it. Having a good time here with the community of Dodgers Latest. Love your comments. We're reading them all. Try to respond to all of them. And of course, we even read some right here on the air. And you can hit me up right there on Instagram and on X at JRod Show. All right, Dodgers lose 2 out of 3 in Boston, but the real showcase or the real thing to talk about would be Sunday, last night's game, where Dustin May got the start. 5 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He did get the loss. Tough game for the Dodgers. They went 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position on Saturday. Just couldn't get it done Saturday and Sunday despite winning on Friday. So the question now is, with that 6-7 record, ERA of almost 5, is Dustin May on his way out? Is he the guy that you trade? Is he the big piece? Well, that's what the Dodgers are going to find out. Trading deadline is July 31st, end of this week. There have been so many rumors. Kenley Jansen may be coming back to the Dodgers as a closer. Obviously, Class A and Kwan, that seems to be the big package. We saw Duran and Jax when the Twins were in town. Batista, the Orioles, he's got a bad shoulder, so he's out of the mix. Bednar of the Pirates. Lots of moving parts, but nothing has happened yet for the Dodgers. Now, some will tell you that the Dodgers may not make any moves or may not make any big significant moves. Because remember, a lot of guys are coming back to the rotation. We know Blake Trinan is back. He was activated over the weekend. And we know that Blake Snell, he is coming back. So the Dodgers have announced that they are going to go with a 6-man rotation. A 6-man rotation. So does that mean Dustin May is out of the mix? Right now, the rotation is Yamamoto. This is who's going to pitch against the Reds this series in Cincinnati. It's going to be Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Ohtani. Those 3 are going to start in Cincinnati this week. Then you got Kershaw. Then you got Emmett Sheehan. And right now, you've got Dustin May. But Blake Snell pitched great last time out in Reno against the Aces AAA for Oklahoma City. 4 2/3, no hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts. Was a little wild. 4 walks, ended up doing 76 pitches. So he looks like he's going to be activated, and he'll probably be back this weekend when the Dodgers are in Tampa. Worst case scenario, when the Dodgers return home next Monday to take on the Cardinals. So what happens to Dustin May? Again, I think he's the one that's going to be traded. I think he's the odd man out. He's young enough. He has proven he can throw innings. And I think he's the guy. Now, what are you going to get back from him? Are you going to get that big Emmanuel Class A? Do you make him part of the big move? We heard rumors over the weekend, the Dodgers, or that the Red Sox are very interested in Dalton Rushing, the Dodgers' backup catcher, big prospect. He is just not getting much playing time. He can play first, can play a little outfield. Red Sox are super interested in him, and maybe this is the time to trade Rushing because this is his highest his value is going to be, and the Red Sox are offering a couple of big prospects for him. Nobody that can step into the rotation or in the lineup today, but you got to constantly be building for tomorrow. So Dalton Rushing may be a guy that goes out. All we know is that the Dodgers have announced they are going with a 6-man rotation starting this week in Cincinnati. Ohtani will pitch Wednesday, and he'll pitch probably next Wednesday when the Dodgers are home, both afternoon games in Cincinnati, and then home against the Cardinals. So 6-man rotation. Blake Snell's coming in. Looks like Dustin May is on his way out. A guy who is on his way out but may have a new role is Bobby Miller. Yeah, the Dodgers announced they're going to move him to the bullpen, kind of reinvent Bobby Miller. Listen, the last time we saw this was Eric Gagne. He kind of was a failed starter, ended up moving to the pen, 148 saves in a 3-year span for the Dodgers, won the Cy Young in 2003. Remember, game over, 55 for 55 that year, won the Cy Young for the Dodgers. Maybe Bobby Miller, that's going to be his ticket. Listen, remember his first big league season in 2023, he was unhittable. 11-4, 3.76 ERA, even got into a playoff game for the Dodgers. Since 2023, he is 2-4 with an ERA of around 10. And this year, in just a couple of games, 5 innings, he's got an ERA over 12.5. So maybe Bobby Miller he's great in short bursts, kind of like Gagne was, an inning, maybe 6 outs. And now Bobby Miller is going to try to become that in AAA at Oklahoma City, going to try to become a closer or at least somebody in the bullpen to try to maybe salvage his career with the Dodgers or at least extend his career in the big leagues. Speaking of extending their career, Mariachi Joe could be back with the Dodgers. With all the problems the Dodgers have had with the bullpen, Mariachi Joe says, listen, he'll pitch for one team only, and that's the Dodgers. And Dodgers are setting up a workout. Remember, they're going to be in Cincinnati this week and Tampa Bay over the weekend. When they get home, we may see Joe Kelly work out for the Dodgers. He's had lots of shoulder and forearm problems. Remember, he was on the Dodgers from 2019 to 2021, was on that championship team in 20, ended up going to the White Sox, traded back to the Dodgers in 23, was part of that 24 team last year, the team that won the World Series, only got in about 30 games because of injury, still got his ring. So he is, but what he brings to the Dodgers, we all know the mariachi that he wore that jacket to the White House, how he got after the Astros, sticking his bottom lip out when they were crying about a third strike. He brings toughness, he brings a meanness, a badass, an attitude. Not that the Dodgers are lacking any of that, but I'll tell you what, Joe Kelly, if he could help out the bullpen in any way, it'll be interesting to see if Mariachi Joe, jacket included, comes back, actually works out, actually is in shape, and actually can help out the team down the stretch. That would be amazing. Bring the guys back together. By the way, Blake Trinan, we mentioned, he has been activated, so he's ready to go. Hopefully, he'll be good to try to help out that bullpen down the stretch. Cincinnati for 3, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, and the Dodgers go to Tampa for the weekend before coming home against the Cardinals and the red-hot Blue Jays. How about that? We're here every day for you on Dodgers Latest. Hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend. And remember, hit me up on Instagram and on X right there at JRod Show. Dodgers and Reds tonight. Yamamoto on the hill. Overs aplenty, I'm sure, anytime Great American Ballpark is in play. I'm Jim Rodriguez, and reminding you, it's always time for Dodger baseball.